Minnesota gets first crack at it. Towns took a shot. Edwards for three. Splash.
He's going to knock down a long jumper.
Edwards wants another and gets another.
These are shots that are coming out of the flow.
It was his first, that was his first three-pointer of the season. He was 0 for 7 before that shot. Edwards can't hit on the three there. Edwards driving on Sohan. Kicks it out. McDaniels a three. Splash!
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Execution. It's exactly what Chris Finch wants.
Edwards pure on a three. Edwards is 3 for 4 in this ball game with 3 triples. Trey Jones the dump off to Richardson, who can't finish. Edwards full head of steam. Lob up top. McDaniels the throwdown.
There in the open court, he gets to show off his length and athleticism.
Spurs turnover sets up Edwards for another three, and Edwards has already surpassed his scoring from the other night.
He also has 2 assists. He's accounted for all 17 of the Wolves' points. Wants another cash. 3. Can't get that one to go down. Edwards, he's had the hot hand in this first. On the drive, kicks it out. McDaniels for 3 is good.
Doug had to make a little bit of an adjustment on that one.
Here is McLaughlin. He swings it quickly to the red-hot Edwards. Nothing but the bottom. Wow.
He's on the rise right now. He's bound to have a good game from outside the arc here.
Roby with the miss. Edwards the board.
A whooping to make you realize how hard you got to play in this league. Wolves got it too. Chris Finch had mentioned it post-game, 35 down. San Antonio Spurs were putting a clinic on Minnesota, and really a lot of it was self-inflicted. Wolves made 8 threes in the entire game.
37% from the free throw line. McDermott off the mark. Off the mark, rebound Edwards.
I love that ant. Cut off McDermott, made him do something different, and then also got the rebound and the slam pass again.
The drive and the kick to Noel.
He was a high-volume three-point shooter, helped in that regard, and so other guys have to pick up the slack.
Foul called on Edwards.
Trey Jones.
Edwards splits the double. The left-hand finish won't go down. 3 times. Edwards. The pull-up, Towns, mid-range, good. 5 assists for Edwards.
You know, it was hard transitioning from sports, but you've got that great experience to help them sort of figure out what they want to do after basketball.
It's really about financial literacy and getting some education under your belt. But at least in baseball,
against Towns and back to McDermott, who juggles it. Keldon Johnson, 3:51 to go in the half. Keldon, again, lost control of that. Lost control of that. Edwards, alley-oop, nope. Basket blocked that one.
They've been out of sorts in the open court as well.
Their activity level with their hands was huge. Minnesota's been way more active with their hands, getting turnovers and getting extra possessions here tonight.
Edwards nearly got that one to fall. 2:45 to go in this first quarter. Another turnover. Excuse me, in this first half. Edwards.
the regular 21-year-old.
A mindset, I think that, just like how, baseball, I think you have the mindset of coming in as an 18-year-old. It's not just mindset-wise, but physically able to be able to compete at a high level against grown men. Like that. They're going to call offensive foul here on Anthony Edwards. That's too bad. But it's not just mindset-wise, but physically able to be able to compete at a high level against grown men. Like that. They're going to call offensive foul here on Anthony Edwards. That's too bad.
Towns, baseline, the floater is good.
I mean, just sharing the basketball. I thought the ball was getting a little sticky in his hands, but not trying to drive it into the teeth of the defense, not turning it over, and then just sharing the basketball, moving the ball, and the flow is here.
See if they can get a better flow on this offensive possession. Edwards, stripped by Sohan.
Move the ball.
They've outscored the Wolves 17-10 in the quarter. Edwards surveying the floor. Towns, mid-range, drills it. Edwards thought about the three. He was lights out from distance in the first quarter. Driving on Johnson, lost a handle, out of bounds.
And they've been guarded for the most part. That one was open.
Edwards. Almost surprised when one doesn't go down. Minus 11 so far tonight. Edwards kicks it outside. Extra pass. Prince. Cross heave over to Edwards for the trade. 10 seconds. Edwards, the step back. Rolls in. Oh, the A1 sauce. As we start the fourth quarter here at Target Center. Fans gave these guys a standing ovation at halftime. And really, Sohan did hit 2 threes in that first quarter. His first 3-pointers of the season. Edwards. The pull-up. The J.
And we see an aggressiveness from Jalen Noel, and the NBA is finally catching on.
Woke this entire crowd up. Edwards, a tray. Can't connect. And that's his third. Towns tries from deep and cans it. 121-111. Towns driving, the dump off. Edwards with the deuce. Defended by Jones. Edwards between the legs, driving. Can't finish. Pirtle the board. That's a dramatic shift from what we saw on Monday.
No doubt.
Just the effort, the desire, the hustle has been there.
We're going to call an offensive foul here.
That's a dramatic shift from what we saw on Monday.
No doubt.
Just the effort, the desire, the hustle has been there.
We're going to call an offensive foul here.
8-point ball game approaching 2 minutes to go. Edwards stops on McDermott and cashes. In 3 of his last 4 games, Pirtle inside, swatted by McDaniels. Edwards spinning. Edwards, oh, nifty move.